guys, I promised you I would make this video, so that is what I'm doing. I did kind of a fun, kind of goth, witchy costume the other day on one of my shows, and everybody's like, how did you do that? And it didn't really occur to me to take a video when I did it. So I'm doing it now. I'm recreating the look. So we have our face primed. Everybody always asks me, why do you do your eyes first? Why do you do your eyes first? Why your eyes first? Why wouldn't you do your face first? There's a lot of reasons that I do this. The main reason is because if you screw up your eyes, you can always restart them and just wash it away. If you screw up your eyes with a full face of makeup, then you're screwing up your entire face of makeup. So this just usually works. So first we're gonna start on our eyes. So I am using one of Sephora's professional palettes. It's really dirty, don't judge. This is Sephora Pro. This is a Pro Pigment palette. It's super yummy, super awesome. It's got a lot of nudes, a lot of browns, which the browns typically hold a warmth to them, so it works for my skin tone. Today I'm gonna be using a lot of the oranges, the browns, and then a lot of the blacks to bring out that kind of goth look. So we're gonna start on our eyes. For the eyes, I'm just going to be doing kind of my standard smoky eye. Nothing incredibly crazy, just obviously switching up the colors. So first things first, I'm going to start with a brighter orange. And orange doesn't typically show up super well on my skin tone, but we're gonna make it happen today. So this is just gonna kind of be what I always call that transition color. And you've heard me talk about it plenty of times. Transition color is a big key role, key opponent in makeup. Because once you start getting all those other colors on here, you're gonna start blending and you're gonna need a color for it to blend into instead of being just like black, red, orange. You know what I mean? It's gonna all blend together. And if you have a good base for your colors to transition into each other, it's going to work way better. So I started there, and obviously when you do looks like this, they're not gonna look good right away. They're not gonna look good at all right away. You have to get the whole thing together before it's even gonna remotely start to look good. So just know it's gonna look like a hot mess at first. It always is. That's the beauty of makeup. Makeup's an art for a reason, okay? It's always gonna come together, I promise you. So now I'm taking that orange and I'm putting it on the bottom. I just poked my eyeball. Don't mind me. You notice that I left the majority of that lid color, and then I kind of just moved this basically all the way up to my brow bone. Normally I don't do this so far up, but because this is a kind of a Halloween look, I'm going to kind of exaggerate it a little bit. And now I'm going to work into some browns with a very reddish tone to them. So I'm working on this one right here. I don't know what these names are because, you know, they don't give me that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the actual crease. This is what's going to create that shadow. And again, I'm just going to kind of plop it on. I'm not going to really do much with it other than plopping it on right now. I'm going to work on the blending later. So I'm not going to focus too much on the corner of it yet. I kind of just want to get it in place so that I know where it's at. So there's that part. And now I'm just going to go in with this bottom corner. This is just a regular black. I'm going to go in with that same brush. I kind of washed it off. I'm just being, you know, generous with my brushes lately. And I'm really just going to use this on the corner, and I'm going to blend it in to that corner. I'm going to make it super dark. So normally, you know, obviously when you're going just out on your everyday life, you probably wouldn't wear these colors together. I mean, if you do, props to you. That's amazing. I wouldn't, because people would look at me like a fool, which, you know, they do anyway, so it's whatever. But just know that I'm making this a lot darker for the obvious reason. All right, and then I'm going to take that black, I'm going to move it just about halfway down here. Kind of give me a little of that black definition. And remember, this is not anywhere finished. I am nowhere near finished. I need to blend it. I need to get all these colors mixed, but you can kind of see. And then I'm going to take an actual blending brush. There's literally nothing on this brush. And I'm just going to start blending the hell out of it, okay? Blend, 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 blend. I feel like we should have a song for this craziness. Blending literally is the key to any and all makeup. So you can definitely see the difference already. So instead of it being like color, bam, line, bam, transition, bam, it's like all one color. So this nice like ombre of colors. And don't be afraid to really get in there and blend. The worst case scenario is that it's going to blend too much out and then you just add more. But that's what primers are for. That primer is going to be what sticks it all on there. Okay? But don't be afraid to get in there, because if you don't blend, then I judge you. And then I too kind of blend it down into my color below. And then once I put my foundation on, I can kind of take a lot of that off. Okay, so that's kind of that part of it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take kind of a mix between these two really iridescent colors. It's kind of like an orangey iridescent and a red iridescent. And what I'm going to do is I typically spray a setting spray on here. I just don't have it right with me. This is just Urban Decay's all-nighter setting spray. I typically use this all over my face before and after I apply my foundation so that my foundation sits nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Spray it all over. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm also going to use this usually have a dish for this, that's okay. I'm going to use this on the edge of this brush because I'm going to use that other stuff to fill in that lid color, okay? So usually I have a bowl for this, but I don't today. So we're just gonna do it the good old-fashioned way. So I got, and you don't have to use a setting spray for this necessarily. I just think it works a little bit better. You can use just water. You can use whatever you need. So I'm going to go ahead and dip those two colors in there, and I'm going to use it right on that lid. This is going to allow, especially colors like this, with a lot of iridescence and shine to it, it's going to allow these to really, really stay. It's very hard to get colors like this to stay without some kind of, at least a primer, but for the majority, without anything that's going to allow it to stick. So that's why I do that extra setting spray. Sometimes I'll even put extra concealer on it, on the lid. That way it definitely sticks. So to me, that looks pretty good as far as the eyes. So we're gonna go ahead and put that away for right now. We're gonna work on the face. I wanted it to look a little bit more on the pale side. I don't have anything super pale for my foundation colors because I do have more of a warmth in my skin tone. So I just took my normal NARS makeup. It's just the shade that I typically use in the winter time. So that's just what I'm going to use today. I'm going to set it with a lot of setting powder to get that real kind of ghostly look to it. But just know that if it's not that white, don't hate. Okay, don't hate. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with that setting of the makeup because I have very oily skin. So I'm going to set it with a spray first, and then I'm going to do a translucent powder over top of it. Setting spray is literally the best thing that an oily skin person will ever come in contact with. Do not try to tell me otherwise. I'm actually going to get back out the palette that I was using earlier because I'm going to go ahead and do black eyebrows for this. Normally I would not recommend black eyebrows, but we're going to go ahead and do some black eyebrows. We're going to do some fun arches on these. We're going to really draw them out. We're going to go and get real witchy about it, okay? All right, so you can see these are my eyebrows. I'm going to try to do this where you guys can see, but I also need a close-up mirror, so this might get a little funky, so hang tight. It's like I've never wanted black eyebrows before until just this look. Now I'm like, these are life. Now my eyebrows are microbladed, so if y'all were like, you already got a cool shape to your eyebrows, that's why. So there it is filled, or there it is outlined, not filled in yet. But let's go ahead and get this filled in. See, I'm going like extra out of the box in a sense, like I'm going way in. I want these to be like real witchy, yo. All right, this is my translucent setting powder. It's just Laura Mercier. It's just the clear setting powder. It's probably not gonna look super light because I didn't have a super light foundation. So like I said, we're not going super ghostly. But in the right lighting, this will really look cool if you were to go more ghostly and you wanted to look more witchy and goth-like. You could totally do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So we're just gonna contour just a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean probably a lot. Because we want those crazy cheekbones that witches have, right? Right. So when I contour, I don't do a whole lot, but I definitely bring it up because I look like I'm balding. So there's that. I bring it up into here, and then I just bring it into my cheeks. Now a lot of people, you know, do here, some people do here. You can totally do that. You can get that kind of fun skinny nose going if you want. I actually was just going to do that, but I don't really ever do that, so I don't know why I was going to, because we're all about easy here, right? Easy peasy. So you could end it here. Totally could be done. You could do your lashes, you could do your lips, you could be done. What I did the other night though is I took a different brush, sorry, I got an itch, and I went back into my eyeshadow palette and took this dark brown and just kind of squeegeed the brush so it got super skinny and put it in that. And then I kind of went more into town in the cheeks because I really wanted it to look like you were very cheekbone, very witch-like. You know, you want that kind of skeletoned face, that real chiseled face. Okay. Now, again, you don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want. This is just personally what I am doing because I know it works. And then I brought that color kind of all the way up. And here you could get really creative with your contouring too. You could get kind of a chiseled bone structure going here. You could definitely get it chiseled here, and then you could also chisel here and here. I'm all about going the easy route because that's all I feel like doing. So then I wanted to go crazy on the lashes, but I literally hate wearing fake lashes. Fake lashes would have been bomb with this. I just didn't feel like it. Now, what you can do though is you could take a winged eyeliner and wing it out a little bit, which actually I did do that in the other look, or the original look. However, my eyeliner ran out that day, so I do not have it anymore. So you could do that. You don't have to. We're just going to go to town on the lashes right now. And if you have lashes to wear, girl, get it. I can't wear lashes. I have really hooded eyes, and it makes me look like I'm sad when I try to wear lashes. So we just don't. This one is Too Faced Damn Girl mascara, and then this is just Unique's Epic mascara. We're gonna let that kind of dry while we do some lipstick. So the lipstick that I use is Kat Von D. The only matte lipstick that I really have found that truly works for me is Kat Von D's matte lipstick. So this is what I'm gonna use. It is just the original black. It's called Witches. I like matte lipsticks more than anything, so that's what I chose to use. It's hard with matte lipstick regardless of what color you use. It's really hard with black, so bear with me. All right. I mean, literally that's it, guys. It wasn't that difficult of a look. I mean, what do you guys think? Was it that difficult? But that's the finished look, guys. What do you guys think? It's not very hard. Now, obviously, if you have a cute hairstyle, cute hat to go with it like I had the other night. It makes it a lot cuter, but it makes a very simple look for Halloween, and you can kind of still be that Halloween witchy but sexy look, kind of works in your favor. So if you like this, let me know what you think. I'm going to do a couple more Halloween looks in the next couple days. Hopefully I'll get them out before Halloween. And let me know if you like this by sharing. Sharing is caring. I really appreciate it. And yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Thanks, guys.